Well, hello, my fellow Cancerians. Welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I'm so happy to have you here for our August Zodiac reading. And we are actually going to talk about and dive into some karma that's currently happening in our life. We're going to tap into the Akashic Records a little bit, look at something or someone from a past life, and then we're going to reach out to some ancestors or someone on our spiritual team to give us a little guidance here. So I'm very excited. As I said, I am a Cancer too, so I'm super excited for all the zodiac signs, but I get really super excited for my Cancer brother and sisters. So I'm excited. All right, so before we even start, I'd like to knock out the housekeeping. And oops, I'm sorry. I hate this new tripod. It's got this stick and I hit it all the time. Anyway, as far as housekeeping goes, I would just like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel because, guys, I know I sound like a broken record for those of you who watch me all the time, but the YouTube algorithm is real. The biggest challenge I'm having is the number of subscribers, which is critical. So if you would not mind subscribing, I would appreciate it. And do that for any YouTuber you watch. And guys, you can turn off the notifications. That will not offend me. I get it. My YouTube channels I follow, I turn off notifications too because I know, what they release and when, or I check in periodically to see what's going on. So, turn off those notifications. Also, smash that like button. Leave a positive comment. All those things help my videos to be, put out there randomly to bring in new viewers. So it would really help me if you smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Truly, 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 thank you, my fellow Cancerians. Thank you, thank you. All right. So first of all, we have the candle. And if you haven't watched the other videos that I've used the candles, I don't usually use them unless I'm doing a special reading. And the last time, I think it was one on the weekly readings I did. And the candle sparked on two different cards. Well, normally when a candle sparks, that means that someone is trying to send you a message. So if it sparks, I will definitely stop and we'll discuss what we're talking about. Also, the air conditioning just turned off, but I am moving my hand. But the candle flame, the size, the way it's moving, the thickness, all of that, I'm trained to read. So if I see something interesting, I will definitely let you know. All right. So this reading I will be doing 3 times a year. So this if it doesn't resonate now, you can check back. This reading is going to cover the next 4 months. So August, September, October, November. I'll do it again in December. Okay. Now, speaking of which, like I said, if it doesn't resonate, come back and watch it. And maybe it'll resonate at that time. But you have to remember, this is a general reading, meaning it's for every Cancer in the world. So, and I'm sorry if you hear Parker, she is back there huffing and puffing. Her thyroid has been acting up. She's on some new medication and the thyroid issue causes her to pant a little bit. So I do apologize about that. So as I was saying, it's for every Cancer in the world. Now, I can't connect to everybody's energy. That's absolutely impossible. So I do connect, and I am Cancer already, so that to that energy, and I read, I connect to that before. I've already done that. And so I channel that energy as I draw the cards, shuffle and draw the cards. So if it doesn't resonate with you, don't get frustrated. Don't say, oh, this is fake and blah, 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 blah. 2 things, you can come back later and check. And number 2, if you want a more personalized reading, I'd be happy to do that for you. My rates, I'm telling you, are very, very reasonable. And, I have lots of plans. I do 30-minute readings, 1-hour readings. There's one if you have a question and you want 3 options. And then if there's something special you want, I can do that too. Just email me and say, hey, Tammy, can you do like one of the readings I did 2 months ago for the Zodiacs with the chakra readings. Tammy, can you do a chakra reading specifically for me? I'd be more than happy to do that. So just ask, all right? So you can go to yournaturalhealer.com/services, and all of that information's there. And it'll all be in the links below as well. If this reading resonates with you, my friends, I want you to take your right hand, and as you take a deep breath in, place it on your heart and say, yes, I claim this reading for myself. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a message in the comments that it resonated. Just again, all the support I appreciate. Okay, so our candle's dancing around a little bit. It's excited. It's good energy. Lots and lots and lots of energy here going on right now. So during this reading, I am going to use 3 decks. First, I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Light Seers Tarot. This is a traditional tarot deck. Just accept that with this deck, the artwork, it's very colorful and it's more modern art. Then I will pull 1 card from the Akashic Tarot Records, in which that's where we'll tap into your past life. I know of some people don't believe in past lives, and that's fine. So, take it for what it's worth to you. And then finally, the last card will get a message. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. We'll pull 1 card from here, see who's reaching out to you Cancerians and what message they have for you. All right. So before we get started, I normally always draw a crystal, specific on what I'm feeling for that specific zodiac sign, or if it's during my weekly readings, Monday morning before I do the tarot reading, I go and see what crystal I'm drawn to. But I'm not doing that today. I'm going to use 2 basic crystals. I do clean myself, my space, all my tools between every single reading. And I do that with sage as well as Reiki. However, I'm going to do some extra cleaning and charging of the cards before we shuffle and draw, or before I should say, I shuffle and draw for you guys. Now, first I'm going to use black kyanite, which black kyanite is great for removing negative energy as well as any negative entities, because there are crystals that get rid of negative energy, but it doesn't get necessarily rid of the entity. So the entity can keep, doing its thing. So we're going to go ahead and just do a tap of the cards to get rid of anything. And then this is selenite, and selenite is the stone of pure white light. It does transmute negative energies into positive energies. I like using this crystal to just like sweep over my body. I like keeping it by the door of the house when I come in. I just give myself a quick sweep, and it cleanses my auric field and gets rid of anything negative that I may have picked up. If you do want one of these, I do have these, and they are the 4-inch ones. 4-inch selenite wands or sticks, whatever you want to call them. They are available in the Your Natural Healer store. So go to yournaturalhealer.com/products, and you can either just type in the search selenite and it'll pull up all the selenite products. But these are really, like I said, great as a personal space cleanser. I love them for cleaning my aura. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and, whoops, I hit the camera, sorry. We're going to clear the cards with that, add some beautiful white energy, and I am going to start shuffling. Whoops. Now, I am a horrible card shuffler. First of all, I have issues with my hands that stem from cervical neck issues that I have. So I am horrible at shuffling. And these cards are still, I don't use them quite that often, but they are very stiff, so that's why I'm kind of shuffling here in sections. So I'm really excited to see what we draw today for you guys. All right. Now, I'm going to shuffle this way, but usually when I do, cards go a-flying, and I don't want anything landing in the live flame. Okay, so if I hit the camera while I'm shuffling, because I'm shuffling right here, I do apologize in advance. I do have a habit now of hitting the camera because of the little stick thing in the back of it. All right, so, I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Hello, Parker. You laying down, honey? Yeah, she's laying down. She's not feeling well. Poor baby. But that, she's going to get better. Okay. So we're going to pull 2 cards. And I'm going to set these cards sideways so they're kind of still in the picture. I don't want to push the candle back too far because then it's under. I have a shelf here. Let me see if I can show you my shelf. See, I have my shelf there and I don't want it hitting my shelf. All right, so here are our 2 cards. I'm going to try to tilt this down. I like being able to tilt up and down with this new tripod, but I really hate the stick. It stabs me all the time. All right, so the first card, my fellow Cancer babies, is what karma is happening in your life right now. All right, and what are are you having to work through? And we got the King of Cups, which cups is all about emotions. Now, first of all, the cups is associated with our third eye chakra. The King of Cups is associated with the third eye chakra. It's associated both with the elements of fire and water. And it also deals with 2 zodiac energies, 20 degrees into Aquarius and 20 degrees into Pisces. All right. Now, the King of Cups can sometimes either be about yourself or a person. And in this case, this is going to be about you because it is karma that you're dealing with right now. And you're really in a space where you're learning to control your emotions. And you say, okay, well, I could have told you that, and I'm not a tarot reader. Us lunar babies, we are so emotional. And we can get a little more emotional than really is warranted. And the karma that you're dealing with right now, and I don't know what kind of situation it's in. I'm hearing relationship, but because this is a general reading, I don't want to get too specific because it could deal, maybe could be a work relationship, but it could deal with work or something from your childhood or some kind of trauma, but you're definitely in a place where whatever this situation is, it is something you karmically brought forward, whether it's from this lifetime or another. Again, I can't tell that from this reading, but you're really being asked to calm down, okay, and find some wisdom. So almost like this guy that's, he's sitting here in the lotus position and he's got his eyes closed, and then you see all the beautiful, it's just a very serene picture, okay? And what is that around his neck? Hold on. Oh, it's a fish, and I can't tell what the other thing is. It kind of looks like rosary beads, but he's got some like crystals around his things. But anyway, you're really being told to accept things that you can't control. Like this sailboat here. If there's no wind, you can only control it with the wind. You can't control a sailboat if there's no wind. You can't do nothing. And the message that I'm getting here is that, again, you just really need to focus on the things that you cannot change and let them go. Stop with the drama. Stop with the woe is me. And I mean, yeah, things like that happen to us all the time in life. But this particular situation, I think that you've probably been through before in this lifetime. But it's definitely something that you have experienced in other lifetimes that's been brought forward in this lifetime in which you need to learn the lesson. And the lesson that you're really needing to learn is to accept the things you cannot change. Calm the emotions. Use wisdom. And with this card and all of that, it really hits all of our chakras, because as I said, this particular card, King of Cups, does deal with the third eye chakra. And our third eye chakra, everybody knows it for intuition, but it also deals with self-reflection, really looking within ourselves. And I think that's what you need to do here is you need to take some time and meditate and look inside yourself and do some really deep introspection. Do it with an open heart chakra. Show yourself some love and compassion while doing it. If you're into crystals, I would suggest meditating with I'm just going to say amethyst, because amethyst is kind of like the catch-all, okay? I would use some amethyst for the third eye, but I would also pair it up with either some type of pink crystal, rose quartz, thulite, pink opal, something that has a very nice and calm and peaceful sort of energy. If you don't have amethyst, you can also use lepidolite, which I do have a piece of lepidolite here. There's some amethyst. This is lepidolite, and I do sell pieces, and my ring is actually lepidolite, and it's great for Cancerians, lepidolite. I love it. It actually has lithium in it, and I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, but it's a very, very calming energy. I like it because it keeps me out of other people's drama, protects me from falling into that, and it allows me to keep my emotions in check. So I love lepidolite. As I said, I do have, they're not quite this big, large, this is extra large. I do have some lepidolite in my store. So you can always go to yournaturalhealer.com and check that out there. But as I said, I always try to wear some, usually lepidolite or orthoclase is another one that I'll use for calming. But I would use definitely amethyst. And I have these. I just got these in the store. Amethyst, they call them scepters. Aren't they gorgeous? And they're I mean, you got to be careful. It's a point. Looks like I'm about to stab somebody, but you can hold on to it while you meditate. But again, I would use definitely amethyst or the lepidolite and pair it up with a pink crystal. So this way the pink crystal will allow you, as you're looking inward, self-compassion and self-love and self-understanding, so you're not so hard on yourself. But again, the message with this karma is you need to control your emotions, and you need to really learn to accept the things you cannot change. That's pertaining to this situation. Now, we should try to do that in all of life, but whatever this particular situation you're going through. Like I said, I heard relationship, but again, this is a general reading, so maybe it's meant for one particular person out there. I don't know. Okay, so the next card that we're going to look at from the Lightseer's deck is what is challenging you to be able to resolve this. So what is the roadblock that you're enduring that is preventing you from being able to learn this karmic lesson to move on? Because if you don't do this for this situation, you're just going to repeat it, and you're going to repeat the situation in this lifetime. And if you don't resolve it in this lifetime, you're going to carry it forward to the next. All right. Okay. We got, I'm sorry, I'll tell you why I chuckled. 5 of Cups. First of all, Cups deals with emotion. I'm getting goosebumps here from pulling this card. The 5 of Cups, usually the main thing when you're reading tarot, and especially if you do like a one card draw, is it's talking about letting things go. And what did I just say with this? That this was to accept things you cannot change, and that's what this card is about. So before I dive into this card, I just want to give you a little bit of information about the Five of Cups. It does deal with the throat chakra. And our throat chakra deals with our authentic truth, being our authentic self, communication. Five of Cups deals with water and Mars. The number 5 is all about chaos and just chaos. And then Scorpio, which Scorpio energy, they're another fellow water sign. Scorpio energy, they're very detective life. They're very sexual and not quite like the Aries energy where they fly off the handle, but Scorpio is very like suspicious and accusatory and just Scorpio. All right, so this card says a lot here. First of all, this is about, I'm going to hold both of these together, some type of loss in your life, loss or grief, and it is a relationship issue. And I'm getting goosebumps again. It is some type of relationship issue. I don't know if this is something that's recently happened or if it's something that has happened in maybe your past that maybe you never worked through. I don't necessarily think it's necessarily like a death in the family or something like that. It could just be a death of a relationship. Maybe, maybe it was that childhood best friend or your first love that you've never gotten over. Again, it could be many things, and it's too hard for me to pull in a general reading. However, this is definitely relationship oriented. So what is blocking you is that with this relationship issue, you're focused on the past. So normally in traditional tarot, the Five of Cups, you've got the guy, he's dressed in black, and he's looking down at 3 cups that are spilt over and all the liquid is all over the ground. But behind him are 2 cups standing upright. So it's representative that he's focusing on the past, focusing on the things that he cannot change, when if he would just turn around, he would see that he's got 2 cups that are full that are bringing him new opportunities, new beginnings, and things of that nature. And that he needs to turn around and focus on the present, which is going to move him forward. So, Cancerians, what this is saying is that this challenge is the reason why you're having this emotional chaos and really not being able to accept the things you cannot change is because you're too focused on the past. So whether it's that you're focused on just the good times, the memories, the woulda, coulda, shoulda, the what ifs, you can't change that, okay? And that's not healthy for you. Bad crap happens to us all the time, and it sucks so bad, whether it's deaths or relationships or whatever. And I am not saying, you should cry, you should grieve, you should scream, you can be angry. You need to work through the process. You don't want to bottle things up. At the same time, you can't just focus on the negativity. You need to feel the emotions, work through them, and move forward. So what this card is trying to tell you is that you need to turn around. Stop focusing on the past. Focus on the present time. And if you can focus, let the past go, You're not going to have this chaotic emotion going on, and you'll be able to accept things that, okay, I can't change it. However, you can think about, what lesson did I learn so this doesn't happen the next time? Because there's a lesson in everything in life. Okay? Oh, that's so deep. All right, we're going to go ahead now and we're going to pull a card from the Akashic Tarot deck. And this card is going to be representative of one of your past lives. So like when you, I'm sorry, hit the camera. When you pull, when you tap into the Akashic Records, a lot of people like to say it's like a library. One of my mentors, one of my teachers explained it more like it's a file cabinet that you can go through. But it's basically a place that houses all the energies of all your past lives. I'm sorry, I keep hitting that stupid stick and I just dropped cards. I'm going to pause it for a second. Okay, sorry about that. Let me reshuffle these. I told you I'm a horrible shuffler. I dropped like a third of the deck on the ground. So as I was saying, the Akashic Records holds all the energy and the memories of your past life. All the good and bad of everything that has happened, every encounter, everything, okay? And I know there's some people that don't believe in that, and that is fine. If you don't believe in that, then you can either ignore this part or just listen, and something might resonate with you. So let's see what in your Akashic Records is kind of playing out here or can help guide you with how to move through this. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's your past life. It could be somebody in your past life, and we'll just wait and see what card we get. And we got Adsum. Adsum is a word that has so many meanings, and they say that you can say like Adsum when you're like frustrated and things like that. It's supposed to like call in guardian angels and stuff. I particularly have never tried it. I had only learned about it when working with this deck. So that may be something you want to try. But if you look at the picture, and I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get the shadow in, and the shadows are horrible. We got a girl who, it looks like she's studying or something, but she's not really paying attention. And then you've got like all these people behind her. So it looks like this guy is probably her teacher or something. And then it looks like there's some ancestors behind her. And what's that? Is that, I can't tell what that is. That's there and there. So maybe it's some kind of angelic being. And this looks like wings. Look at that. Wings. So I'm thinking this is a guardian angel. What I'm getting with this is that in a past life, like I said, you've dealt with this situation in a past life, and that you just tried to keep yourself distracted from dealing with it, okay? And when you do that, that doesn't allow you to work through the emotions. So whatever it is, let's say, and just for an example, you split with your spouse. You guys got divorced. And rather than, working through the feelings, this, that, and the other, you just tried to keep yourself so busy until you felt you were over it. But you're never really over it because you never dealt with the feelings. You didn't get mad. You didn't get sad. You didn't cry. You didn't grieve. You didn't work through the process. Okay. So that has come through in this lifetime. Okay. And it's going to play out, in different situations. So whatever this relationship that is, going on here that has obviously ended in some way, you're going to be trying to do the same things. Just distract yourself from the negative emotions. And let me tell you, you don't want to do that because you're just bottling it in. I will say, if you really can't cope with it, please seek professional help. There is no shame in going and talking to a therapist. Therapists can help you through grief. They can help you through, loss, whether, it's just a breakup or whatever. There's no shame in seeking counseling and having someone to talk to that is an educated professional who knows how to listen and knows how to guide you. Okay. But the worst thing that you can do is just distract yourself from what needs to be healed. Now, with that being said, I want you to also know, because in this picture you see all these other beings there, your team, your spiritual team, I like to call them, because we all have guardian angels and we have angel scribes, galactic guides, light forms, we have elementals, spirit animals. We have a whole team. Some of them we don't even realize that we have. All right. Your team is there with you. All you have to do is reach out to them, and you can just say, guardian angel, I need your help, or I need your guidance right now, or I need you to wrap your wings around me to keep me safe while I work through this emotion. Okay. I think you would really benefit also from, if you have not done and if you have done it, I think you need to do it again. If you go to my playlist, go to guided meditations, there is a pink energy healing guided meditation. It is for trauma, emotional trauma, grief, loss, just anything that really that stabs you in the heart kind of emotion experience. It's a wonderful guided meditation. I would do that at least once, okay? But anyway, you just need to realize, your past life, you ignored it, you kept yourself busy, and therefore you didn't learn from the experience, you didn't grow from the experience. So please, in this lifetime, work through this. Work through it. All right, let's go ahead and pull a card for, let's see what ancestors are coming through. And I'll be really curious, especially since we got that add some card, which talks about, in the picture specifically shows that the team is with you. And like I said, whatever this is, again, that you are going through relationship-wise, it's okay. It'll be okay. I'm really and I think you know that. I think that you're just being a little Cancerian with adding to the emotional drama, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull this top card. And it says, Lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay. Now, this particular card is associated with Venus, first of all. So that makes total sense. And Venus doesn't always necessarily mean romantic love, but that makes sense that this card came through because, as I said, we are dealing with a relationship. She's also like, I guess you could say kind of like a daughter of Gaia, Mother Earth. And as you see, you got the fruit and all the trees. So she's really wanting you to really understand that we go through emotions to grow, and that's how we grow in life. And when we grow, there are rewards, and Sometimes we don't realize them. They're so small, but it's still a reward. Life itself is a reward. I would take some time and get out in nature. Go for a walk. And when I say go for a walk, I'm talking don't put the earbuds in, put the phone on vibrate, silent, whatever, throw it in your pocket. Walk and enjoy the sights. Really look at the colors. Really feel the air. Feel the air when you breathe it in through your nose. Feel the air and the sun on your skin. Maybe go outside, kick your shoes off, stand on the natural earth. Sit outside, listen to the birds or watch the squirrels. Get out in nature and really connect and really understand that earth energy. Really understand and see the beauty and the majesty within nature. Okay? But again, growth brings us rewards. And rewards aren't necessarily cash, cars, houses, and stocks and CDs and all that stuff. Beautiful reward is every day when you wake up and you see that sun shining. That is a beautiful reward, Cancer. So my fellow Cancerians, all I have for you, it's going to be okay. Don't be a drama llama. Accept the things you cannot change. Stop focusing on the past. Learn your lesson. Don't just shove it down. Don't ignore it. Call in your spiritual team. Do some meditation, some self-reflection. Do some healing of the heart. Get yourself out into nature. Enjoy the present moment. That's another thing about nature, the present moment. And that's what I said. You got to stop focusing on the past. Turn around. Look at the 2 cups that are in front of you at the present moment. Get out in nature. This is a wonderful way to help you enjoy the present moment, the here and the now. All right. I hope this reading served your highest good. I wish all you Cancerians the best. I will be doing this reading again in 4 months. I hope to see you for the next weekly tarot reading, as well as, don't forget that's on every Monday. Every Friday is the oracle message. And then look for all the stuff in between. So everything I talked about, products, services, all the links are below. And I wish you peace, love, and happiness. Go live your best life, Cancer, but do it the natural way. Namaste.